Hey guys, welcome back to the Dark Future. As promised, I'm back with another Gamescom video. They just released a couple new screenshots this morning, and then they also did a Tumblr Q&A answer session where they answered a couple questions. A lot of it's stuff we've already heard before, but they talked about a couple interesting topics that I'll talk with you guys here. So, first, the screenshots. Now, after looking at these new screenshots, I've come to the conclusion that all of these images are from the demo that they showed at E3 that we haven't all seen yet. We won't see until PAX West at the end of this month and into the beginning of next month. It's unsure whether we'll get that gameplay. They'll upload that gameplay online to their YouTube channel before, during, or after the conference. I'm gonna bet they're gonna release it after the conference, so we probably won't get that gameplay until a little after September 2nd. Sometime after that, we'll probably get the gameplay. So, into the screenshots they just released. The first image looks similar to the one that we showed before. It's another thing of the animals and that boxing ring. It's the same room, actually, you can tell, because in the back you can see where those escalators are that were in the previous shot. This is the boxing dummy, the interactive one, where in the demo they hacked that dummy to knock that guy out. So this looks like this is exactly from the demo. There looks like there's a roller coaster in the background to the left if you look behind his back. So, but this is basically the same exact room that we saw in the screenshot that we shared yesterday. So, the next image shows the guy we saw in the first image bending down straight in the center. And then the guy next to him is from the screenshot that we saw yesterday. And here, again, we get to see more of the UI. It looks like the mission is in the top right. There's up there you can see Placide is in your head, because we learned that from the demo. So this is Placide's kind of volume level talking to you. In the bottom left, we get the mini-map, which is something they said we weren't going to have. So there's some speculation about how we got this mini-map. One of my theories is that it could be a form of cyberware that we install that will give us that map. But I believe that there is a better theory, and that is that this is because this V is a netrunner, and so he's hacked the data frame of this building, and he's able to get a mini map of the building. So I think that's what it's for. And then at the bottom right, we can see the ammo count, and looks like they're in automatic. And then we can also see mission markers that say Netwatch agent, which is weird because they have them pointing to two different agents. So maybe there's more than one agent we have to get to. But that's that screenshot. So on to the next one. The next one is Sasquatch, and that was in the demo. And then if in the background, you can see the wording in the background. That looks like that's from a previous screenshot that we had. So this looks like maybe this is the boss fight, obviously, with Sasquatch, and that maybe we've pulled Sasquatch out of that main room, and we're kind of, moving her back to get her to a better spot where we can possibly get her better. And other than that, there's not much more with this screenshot. We see, in here, we don't see the UI elements. So this might be a point where we were getting hacked, because you can see the little glitches in there. And in the demo, people have said that you get hacked and you start glitching out. And if you don't kill that person before the upload is finished, then we're dead. So this could be a little cut from that, a little section from that. So those are the three screenshots that were released today. Like I said, they all look like they're from the same place, which would be the Imperial Mall. For the next bit of news on the docket, Cyberpunk 2077 did a question and answer time on their Tumblr once again. And it was Miles Toast and Philip Weber who answered the questions today. A lot of the questions were things that we've heard before, but there were a couple interesting things that I want to go over. One of the questions was, how interactive will Night City be? And Miles Toast answered this one by saying, it's part of the cool factor of the game, and that it's one of the guiding principles that CD Projekt Red have with all their games. And they mentioned some of the things we know. There's going to be more ways to interact with vehicles than just riding. And we already know that you can steal vehicles. So if there's a couple different ways, there's some interesting, opportunities there. Maybe that includes, turning on the radio, because we know they have the radio. There should be some other interact, because in the last trailer that we saw, there's that concierge that's kind of telling V that Jackie is dying and they can't find the next room. So that may be one of the functionalities they're talking about. They talked about how the character is going to be very mobile to interact with the world, and that you can climb. And we've heard about the double jump that we can get with certain cyberware, but they also mentioned a kind of charge jump that will be unlockable. So I'm guessing those are probably two different types of cyberware that we'll be able to get. And the other thing that I had not heard about before, but I think it was already heavily implied, is that people will react to you differently depending on how your character acts. So if you're kind of known for treating people crappy, beating people up, then they'll react to you more hostile. Then if you're a nice guy, people might come up to you, things like that. So that's pretty interesting. So it sounds like they're going to have some kind of reputation system in the game that they will build from. And then a lot of the rest of the questions were pretty basic. They said there will be animals in the game, but that there aren't very many because food is very hard to come by. And so there's not that many pets around. They said there are some pet cats. So they also said that there's going to be some underground levels, some sewers, some subway systems. So that's pretty interesting. Miles Toast got pretty excited about that question, I guess because he had some direct hands-on involvement in that. And then they talked about a little bit about level progression, how skills will work. And they gave us 4 different specific stats. I'm sure there will probably be some other ones. There's body, intelligence, cool, and reflexes. So we'll see if there are more than just that in the game. They called them 2 different things. First, they called it aptitude points. Then they called it perk points. So I'm not sure if they're still playing around with what they want to call these points that you're going to be putting into these different skills. They did say that certain skills will give you access to different things. Specific examples were a higher body skill will let you get different types of cyberware, which I'm not sure exactly which ones they're referring to, but maybe like Big Nux is on there and maybe some kind of like plating that you're going to put under your skin. I'm not sure. And then they also said that a higher skill will also let you use different weapons. So I'm guessing a certain kind of strength will let you pick up a larger weapon. Is probably what they're referring to. They also go on to say pretty much what's already been established, in that actions will grant you street cred. And the higher street cred you get, the more content that will be released throughout the game. So it sounds like street cred will work similar to how experience works, and that the more things that you do, the higher street cred you'll get. The more fixers that you'll probably be able to unlock. That means more missions that they'll be able to grant you. Those types of things. So that's all the really relevant info that we've gotten out of Gamescom so far today. I think we have one more day of Gamescom. Maybe we'll get some more screenshots. I will never know, because yesterday I wasn't sure how much more we'd get, and today we got 3 new screenshots and a bunch more info. So stick around. Hopefully, if anything else comes out from Gamescom, I'll do another video. So I still have that Home of the Brave video planned. I'm still planning on doing the Cyberpunk 2020 video. It's just these things have come along, so I've got to cover them. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time.